How's it going, everybody? Welcome to Armored Core 6 Fires of Rubicon. So, apologies in advance for the audio issue on this video. Currently muted because my PS5 controller was, for some reason, picking up using the internal mic, picking up all the background noise and stuff like that. So, unfortunately, I have to do a voiceover here. I recorded this prior to the stream that we did tonight. So today is the 24th, but by the time you see this, it will be the 25th release day for the game. So again, apologies for the audio issues. I guess professionalism at its finest, I guess. So this will obviously, like I said, take place before the live stream. So I will probably put the live stream in the playlist for the Let's Play. Um, Again, I am playing this a day early thanks to Bandai Namco sending me a code early, and that would not have been possible without referral on my part from Blue Lizard Jello. If you don't know Blue Lizard Jello, please go check out his channel. I will put it in a pinned comment for the video as well in the description. So this is the opening cinematic of the game that's actually pretty awesome. Apparently, we are a mercenary mech unit and we'll be doing lots of jobs for different corporations throughout the story. There are multiple endings, I hear, and therefore require multiple playthroughs, which is nothing new to us with FromSoftware games. So that will be cool actually, because you will you'll get to see different things play out in the subsequent playthroughs, different branching uh, storylines and whatnot. This opening cinematic is pretty cool. So definitely a big learning curve with the game so far. Uh, I did okay, as you'll see in this footage coming up. I did okay in the first part of the mission. It's basically like a tutorial mission, um, but there is a tutorial boss, as we would expect. Um, and I did struggle a bit on that. Um, so it's just a matter. I mean, it's like anything. It's a matter of learning the game and learning all the different controls and the nuances and the boss mechanics and attacks and stuff like that. So, like anything, we just need to get used to it. But this game looks phenomenal. Playing in performance mode on the PS5. Okay, so here we go. The movement does take a bit to get used to, especially with the you'll see with the assault boost. It's basically like sprinting, but it's jet boosters. So little it will take a little getting used to, kind of controlling the mech. As you can see here, I'm like kind of going side to side. So here we go. First batch of enemies here. From what I've seen with the game so far, there's going to be lots and lots of customization and spending a lot of time in the garage customizing our mech, all the different parts, all the different weapons. Probably going to be doing a lot of farming off screen for money in order to buy things. So I think you can put your a logo on the mech. So I will definitely be trying to create a blind playthroughs um, decal to put on the mech. I feel like that's a definite must. So I like the homing missiles, how they can go to one target or you can hit multiple targets by holding the button. It's pretty cool. And I guess there is a quote unquote stagger meter in the game with enemies and you as well. Um, the the bar above the white bar on the bottom of the screen is our stagger bar. So if that completely fills up, we'll be staggered and open to damage. Same thing with enemies. We do have a melee weapon equipped right now, and if you whack enemies with that, even if they're not staggered, it actually seems to do a lot of stagger damage. So this is my first Armored Core game, so please don't be too harsh with judgment. Need to learn it all. But please, if anybody has played Armored Core before and has tips for me, feel free to share. I would love to know them. Would like to master the game. So any tips and tricks and pointers are certainly welcome. So I guess all the factions on Rubicon here are the planet are fighting for coral, which is a I think a mining material. All right. So now moving into the regular part of the zone here. So here's quick boost. It's kind of like a dodge. And all your the white bar on the bottom of the screen, for those that don't know, is your energy um, flying around and using assault boost and stuff like that. Yeah, here's the tutorial about assault boost. Um, it's all consumed with your energy. If you hover in the air and stuff like that, uh, you use up your energy and then it'll drain, which are kind of showing you there. So very much like a stamina bar, pretty much refills when you're back on the ground. Some of the mechs in the game, like tetrapods, can apparently hover in the air, and they have less energy consumption when it comes to that. So essentially, in this mission, we're looking for a license that we can lift off of some another mech, I think, so that we can have a call sign and have a license to operate on the planet here as a mercenary. So there are essentially three little spots we got to check out, inspect the licenses to see if there's something we can use. I can definitely tell that this game is going to give me a little bit of visual challenges here and there, but we will certainly work around it, do our best. Combat's very intense, flying around, boosting around, shooting. It's pretty much like automatic aim to an extent too. Your the little reticle will move to targets that are pretty much in the center of the screen, and then you can use the right stick to move targets if you need. I think there's a module that you can buy later on once you open up the shop and do some of the arena missions that I believe you can use manual aim if you want. But we are not going to be doing that. The aim assist right now is pretty much helping me, so gonna be using that. Those melee attacks do a ton of damage. I saw a Reddit post yesterday, yeah, that apparently the Moonlight Greatsword makes its appearance in this game. It's not called the Moonlight Greatsword. I think it's called like Moonlight Wave Blade or something like that. So we will certainly have to get that, as that's extremely iconic. I'm always never able to use it in Souls games because I never do. I'm never a mage, so I can never use it. The only time I could use it was in Bloodborne. So I did a hybrid build with I think strength, skill, and some arcane, so I could use it. What a year for gaming! It's been incredible, honestly. And I mean, it's not even done, and the fall is going to be absolutely insane. License expires in 12 hours. Yep, we're not using that one. I mean, just gaming in the fall is just going to be absolutely insane. Gonna need to clone myself or something. Yeah, we certainly have priority games we're going to take care of, and if we miss, I'm not. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to take on like multiple series at once. It's just bad doing that. Like you're gonna going back and forth between games. Some people can do that. I can't really. I mean, I played was it back in April, I think. April? Yeah. Something. Yeah, I was playing 4 games at once. I mean, guaranteed like or granted a couple of those were just DLCs, but still it got a little nuts. So I don't plan on doing multiple series at once. It's just going to make me play like trash, honestly, doing that. So I'd rather concentrate on 1 or 2 and if we when we miss some, we can, go back to them when there's a lull in gaming like there certainly was this summer. was pretty spaced out, but I mean, at least there was still things to play. So as you can see, I'm struggling here on the some of the movement, like falling off containers and stuff like that. Trying to land on things, and they're kind of skinny, overshooting my landing. So it's just something to get used to. But very cool visuals in the game, as we would expect from software. As you can see, it does get quite hectic in combat sometimes. A lot of the time. A lot of this is me like trying to avoid stuff and flying around and trying to actually find the enemies that are shooting at me. So yeah, I like those missiles. I feel like missiles may come in very handy. But to see what kind of damage the moonlight wave blade or whatever it's called can do. I'm excited for that. But yeah, that was pretty awesome. I saw someone posting that on Reddit yesterday. I was like, "Oh, here we go. It's in the game." It's something you have to unlock in a mission, and you can't you can't just buy it. I think it's in a chest in a mission, so you got to find it and then complete the mission, I guess, so that you can keep the keep the sword. Basically, I think I'm flying around here to look for the objective. I think I've found the found what I'm supposed to be destroying here. But yeah, the boss was definitely something that need to get used to. The levels seem fine with basic enemies, but it's a matter of getting used to the bosses. Take that, buddy. Lots of stuff in this area. So let me know in the comments. I am curious how many of you are have played Armored Core before. Am curious. Just said I have never, but there was it's like a mech game on. Want to say it was on the original Xbox, and I can't remember what it was, but it was basically like two huge mechs like fighting in a city or something. I think there were like different levels and stuff like that. I can't remember the name of it. and I think you'd go around fighting like other robots or mechs or whatever, and the like buildings and stuff around would get destroyed. So I wish I remember. It was actually kind of cool game. I wish I remember what it was called. Okay, got that guy. Okay. Yeah, we're headed to the boss right now. Talking about vertical catapults. Get that nice boost. All right, so we're going up here. There we go. Looks like the yeah, last license. We can inspect is over here. I should have known something was going to go down here. 'Cause as you can see, this dude's flying in. I didn't notice it right away. Like blasting me. I'm like, oh shit, what's going on? So with this guy, like I said, it took me quite a few attempts, but it seemed like what worked for me was essentially doing the assault boost like up like next to it or underneath it so it couldn't shoot me with the machine guns or the grenade launchers. And then, sometimes I'd shoot my gun like heading up to him. And then if I was nice and up close and personal, it seemed like the melee attacks did a lot of damage, a lot of stagger damage. There's a invisible wall around the arena too, which that thing got me killed a couple times, honestly, because the the helicopter was like hiding behind the invisible wall and just like staying there. So I'm like, okay, I can't hit you. You're behind the invisible wall. So, but yeah, this is the first attempt, which did not go very well, as you can see. Yeah, and just got clapped. Okay, so this is the attempt where I actually got him. Okay, so we checked the license again, and here he comes. So yeah, like I said, kind of assault boost like next to him or underneath him, start firing and use the melee attacks for stagger damage. Then just make sure that when you actually do stagger him, you can go like in front of him, hit him with a melee attack that does a lot of damage. So it's kind of like Sekiro in a way. Um, you're trying to break the Sekiro world, you're trying to break the enemy's posture, but here you're trying to stagger the machines. It's called the ACS strain meter, I guess, is what the little yellow thing above the health bar. So that makes him staggered. There we go. We got a stagger on him, but of course can't make it over to melee him in the face. Had quite a few close calls here. Like I was literally inches away from victory and ended up getting killed by those grenades quite a few times. It's a bit frustrating. But the important part is we got him here. So as you can see, the melee stuff does a ton of damage. He starts flying around a lot more at the towards the end too, and shooting more grenades. That's why I kept dying. He'd be going berserk. I'd get stuck on something or something stupid. I do so well, and then like it's like, oh nope, you're done. Was flying around a lot more, kind of difficult for me to follow him. Almost got him here. There we go. Got him. It's tough. Definitely a learning curve in the game. There we go. First mission, essentially tutorial mission down. And we got our call sign now, which expires in 3 days. Better hurry up this mission, I guess. Um, so our call sign is now Raven. So we get 84K of comb, I think is the currency in the game. But it's kind of funny. Your expenses, the repair costs. It's funny. Yeah, coral was a revolutionary energy source. So everybody's fighting over it now. Left contamination in its wake. Coral was thought to be lost. However, Rubicon, the embers continued to burn. Humanity would inevitably return to stoke the fire. So we get a little mission briefing now for the next mission. All Mind is the mercenary support system. Picked up work for you already. So now we're going to be being led into the first chapter of the game. Yeah. So there's a training area that you can go through and get AC parts. Okay, so sortie, that's like the the missions. AC design, we get an emblem. We get data on the tenderfoot. Parts obtained. A head. We get a core. Arms. Bipedal. All very cool. So we have assembly, paint decals, image editor, AC data. Customize AC assemblies using the parts you've available from the oh my god, I can't talk. Assembly menu. So yeah, it's all the parts and change everything out if we wanted. As you can see at this time, we don't have much to choose from. So it's a matter of kind of farming, going back through the missions, replaying them, stuff like that. But I am enjoying this a lot so far, and hopefully you guys are too. So, like I said, the next episode after this would be the live stream, and then after that we will resume regular Let's Play episodes. So, hopefully you're all doing well. Stay tuned. Mark coming at you. Take care.